What's good, YouTube? Today we're back with another Market Watch. This is many of your favorite segment, and today we're going with a bit of news that isn't official, but seems to be because DT Trish and other DT cards are tanking very fast, and DT1 through 4 is apparently being reshipped to stores that have dual terminals for about 85 for the whole pack for the store, because they sell, I believe, what is it, 185 cards at $1 a piece, so they have to make their money. They're running the electricity on the dual terminal machine, but they're supposed to put them in the machine. I guess that's not the only thing happening, or people are playing dual terminal a lot, because we see 115, 120, as we had seen it was 150 plus before, and we already see it tanking to 115 on eBay as well. So Masao Ikawa, he figures things out very well, gave me this information, told me it was okay to use his name. Masao, if you're part of Zodiac, is an amazing guy at figuring things out and dissecting things, and it seems to be true because we're seeing a lot of prices go down very fast and people trying to make their money off of it. My second card is Rare Fish. Rare Fish is the OP card that is needed if you're playing heroes, basically, because it gives your instant fusions life. If you're playing instant fusion and your only target is Norden, now you have another water level 4 to help make Bahamut to make totally awesome. That's why this is so needed. And it's the fusions are always hard to find in OP packs, and they're already 12 apiece. I think this could go up even further because it's a completely needed card that's a short print in a set that's already very hard to get. So as long as Totally Awesome's around and Bahamut's getting summoned, I really think that Rare Fish will kind of retain its price. Right now, it's not on TCG Player at all because it's a newer card, so we'll have to wait for TCG Player to update their system and have it. I think usually the rule is 2 weeks after a release, we start to see it on TCG Player, but I don't know how that works exactly. But definitely earning his price, in my opinion, as a short print that is huge utility and heroes and any deck using instant fusion that can make Totally Awesome. Another target that is water level 4. Very important. True Kings. They are spiking. So we featured a deck that used these in Yang Zings. This is not at all. Their future support is broken. From what I'm being told, they have a searchable rejuvenation. So I haven't exactly looked into why. I don't keep up with OCG, but that's what I've been told. And the Vanisher is already $5, as you see the spike down here on the graph. And for some reason, he's $4.50 cheapest on eBay. You can get one copy cheaper, and then we see it start to power creep to 5 very fast. Power creep on prices, geez. But there's a lot of merit to these cards. People are calling them the pseudo dragon rulers, so to speak. And they're going to earn their names, in my opinion. They will be reminiscent of and probably do a lot of good in the format. And we see over here, Bosteros is actually a little pricier, $5.60 here, going up, spiking very fast. And his counterpart on eBay is $6.50 actually. So for some reason, I think you need them both, but Bosteros is much higher. So if you guys know more about this, I'm not somebody that keeps up with OCG. Please go ahead and tell me in the comments below more about this, or tell people that I'm showing this to, because I don't like presenting hype, but from what I've been told by a lot of people, they deserve it, and they are headed to a very good place in the meta in the future that we could see. Dark Lord Ixchel, I already featured her on my last one, but as more and more people figured out she's a short print and want to get their hands on their set, because you do need 3 if you're playing Dark Lords. Everybody agrees you play 3 of this in Dark Lords. She's $45 already, and that's a huge incline from starting at 40 or 20, my bad. She was 18 to 20 just a couple days ago. Got first at 2 regionals, but that's not the true influence. It has not made its clear footprint on the metagame yet, with just a first in Swiss and a first after playing out in Australia. The first in Swiss was in Spain. Both were foreign events, but throughout all my tournament reports, only one person played against Dark Lords that submitted a report out of 25 tournament reports. Even no Dark Lord mirror matches. So very interesting to see a deck that's so low represented doing so well so fast. Again, I did put it in my top 10 at number 3, mostly because Billy rambles in the house about how broken decks are, and he was very stuck on Dark Lords for a little bit, and I think that it's definitely going to earn its place in a top 10 list. Maybe not at number 3, but I definitely think the OTK variant that I posted was very interesting. Shoutouts to the duelist that ran it. I always give credit where credit is due. Let me scroll down here real quick, guys. I don't want to just say the name. Jonathan Thomas. I knew it was a Jonathan. I just didn't want to get the last name wrong. So there you have it. She's definitely earning her price as a short print more so than a playable card, but the deck is very playable, and we see it at 40 as well. A lot of people are saying, I can't wait for Junishishi to kind of narrow the format, but a lot of people don't like narrow formats, so it should be interesting to see where the price lands once that comes out and does indeed narrow the format. A lot of people thought ABCs would narrow the format really linearly, though, to like a 3-deck format, and while the Metal Foes and ABC are the most represented, Heroes are topping everything. It's just very interesting to see how it affects prices overall. Cosmic Cyclone continues to creep up. I featured it when it was 15, now it's 16.50. So why feature it at such a little price jump? The normal median's 18, so had it gone up even further, now people are trying to sell theirs. They probably got them cheap and are going to hit the market now. And so I think it's going to kind of stabilize at 17. Stabilize at 17, but it could see an increase to 20 in my opinion. I think it's a card that you need multiple when you're playing it and siding it. I think you side 2 to 3. We saw it even main decked in a first place Metal Foes deck this weekend. And it's already 17 over here on eBay cheapest. The rest are Japanese. So very interesting to see. And again, TCG Player and eBay back and forth, even on the True Kings cards. One was cheaper on eBay than TCG Player, and then the other was cheaper on TCG Player than eBay. So it's very interesting, this butting of heads. Always take your time, as I stress in every one of these market watches. I know I must sound like an old man repeating himself, but please take your time and kind of dissect both, because it's very important that you save your money, you know, guys. So let's go ahead and get into our next card. Everyone's been telling me to show Fright for. I've heard a lot of rumors that Fright for Sheep is going to see a reprint in the TCG, but I've seen no proof on this. So it's very interesting for me to see this $14 price point. I think it was way higher just a bit ago, but I always wait for hype to settle. But it's already $8.50 for the unlims over here, and then we see some Japanese in between. Let me slim this to buy it now. My bad. $8.50, $9. These are Japanese too. These 9s are all Japanese. But another 9 in English, and then 11, then 11. So again, TCG Player seems to be bought out on purpose to try to sell over there, while it is much cheaper, $6, or $6 and $5 cheaper on eBay. So definitely, I think the card is a very good card. It only has seen, I believe, one print, never megatinned. I could see it earning its price here around 8, maybe even 10, but don't be going over here to buy yours. Go over here to buy yours, and make sure you're getting yourself a good old EN version while you're at it. Spider Shark. So this is my kind of investment tip. I've decided I'm going to start talking about things. I don't think its price can go down. I do think its price could go up to $5 eventually. It's a gold rare one-time print that could not see a reprint for a very long time because it's niche, and every card, or not every card, every deck that is playing Bahamut with Totally Awesome is abusing this card. So you see, like, Heroes especially can play this and make it. You see other decks playing the Instant Fusion and getting back 10 Goldfish and making it. Very good utility that people just aren't used to yet. And it reminds me of Hope Harbinger in a sense, Hope Harbinger being much more broken. But in the fact that it reminds me of Hope Harbinger that its price was so low, it got utilized and started going up. And Hope Harbinger didn't even go up while it was being utilized, it took time. So I think we'll see that increase over time because the quantity, there's only 34 sellers of this card, and we hit a high quantity here. But then past that high quantity, we see another high quantity, and just everyone trying to sell theirs at this price because it was kind of free. But I really think we could see an eventual buyout of this card, and you could be sitting on a free double up after fees at $5. If not anything, get your copy now for playing, not to suggest buyouts, but for playing for $2 because you should be buying your own now while it's cheap, in my opinion. Now, Floodgate Trap Hole is my final card of the day. $8.30 is pretty interesting. $8. I believe we featured this before and it was cheaper. And it's just a note, most hero decks are playing it, but also you're starting to see it in ABC decks, because ABC and any rank 4 deck is starting to play Rafflesia. Now, Blair Hunter played, I believe, Chaos Trap Hole. I'm going to call kind of an audible and look that up here in a second on both markets. but we see it at $8, and now Chaos Trap Hole should be 2 prints. It should have a Megaton, so it should still be cheap. Yeah, see, not Chaos Trap Hole. What was it? Oh, gosh. Time Space. My bad, guys. Time Space Trap Hole. So, yeah, look at how cheap this card is right now. It also had a premium gold print, so I think this card's not going to go up, but it would be a good time to pick up your secret rare copy now, your highest edition, for $1.50 if you're you need your rarities, because the Megaton is about the same price and the gold rare 50 cents less. So I don't think there's a need to look this up on eBay for cheaper. This is pretty dang cheap as it is. But both these trap holes very utilized. People like Time Space. Here's why. Metal foes will pendulum summon out their small monsters to get around bottomless and kind of force their Rafflesia to activate anyways. But with Time Space, you can get rid of their resources permanently back to the deck. So that's the use for Time Space Trap Hole, if you were wondering. Blair Hunter, of course, abusing that card from what I've heard. I had not actually looked at his list. Again, I'm sorry for doing so many I heard things, but all these are super reliable resources in this one. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the DT price crash, if you think that's what it really is. Have you guys seen at your locals DT being restocked in the machines? What's going on, guys? And Rarefish, of course, earning his spot. The True Kings earning their future spot in the meta. $5 isn't much for an ultra rare in my experience. Eggshell being short printed. Cosmic Cyclone, definitely I think could rest at 20. And then Fright for Sheep, maybe overhyped, maybe underhyped. We'll see if there is a reprint. Tell me what the reprint set's supposed to be in if you guys know. But don't just say it to say it. Say it if you know. And, of course, the 2 trap holes. Get yours now. Get yours now if you don't already have them, because they're cheap and there's no reason you shouldn't if you're playing those decks. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about me more so suggesting cards that you should get while they're cheap. I'm never going to suggest a card I think that's already expensive. I will quote on where I think it will go price-wise, but I think it's not bad to go ahead and suggest cheap cards and getting them, because at worst, you're spending $1 and getting it in a variety that you would probably most like with the Karen Gorgon on my last market watch. So thanks for watching. Another segment we're actually about to start is I've started recording duels behind me with the audio off, because they're testing for Anaheim, and I'm not going to post them until after Anaheim for the sake of the duelists, but I will start to commentate over with other commentators and be able to have those. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope you enjoyed this one.